We've been told for decades that emotional intelligence, or EQ, is the ultimate superpower. We are told it's the key to better relationships, faster promotions, and a happier life. But what if I told you that, like any superpower, there is a point where it becomes a burden? What happens when you can feel everything everyone else is feeling, even when you don't want to? What happens when your ability to read the room becomes a tool for manipulation either by you or against you? Today, we're peeling back the curtain on the hyper-EQ trap. We're exploring the dark side of being too emotionally intelligent, from the Dark Triad connection to the exhaustion of emotional labor. If you've ever felt responsible for everyone else's mood, this video is for you. Psychologists have long studied the benefits of EQ, but recent research has uncovered a more sinister application: strategic manipulation. When a person has high cognitive empathy, the ability to understand how someone thinks but lacks affective empathy, the ability to care how they feel, they become a master manipulator. High EQ allows a person to identify your insecurities, your buttons, and your deepest desires. Instead of using that info to help you, they use it to steer you. Think of it like this: locksmith and a burglar both have the same high-level skill set. The only difference is their intent. A person with dark EQ can gaslight you so effectively that you'll end up apologizing to them for a mistake they made. They aren't just reading your emotions, they are rewriting them. For the rest of us, those who aren't manipulators, the dark side is often internal. It's called emotional over-identification. When your EQ is too high, you lose the barrier between your feelings and the feelings of others. You walk into a room where two people just had an argument, and even though they're smiling now, you feel the tension like a physical weight on your chest. This leads to a phenomenon known as emotional labor. You find yourself constantly tuning your personality to make others comfortable. You become the mediator, the peacekeeper, and the unpaid therapist for your entire social circle. But who is holding space for your emotions? When you are too busy managing the room, you often end up neglecting your own mental health, leading to a unique type of burnout that sleep can't fix. High EQ people are experts at reading micro-expressions and tone of voice. But there's a dark side to seeing everything: hyper-vigilance. Imagine your friend says, "I'm fine," but you notice a slight downturn in their lip and a 1-second delay in their response. A person with average EQ takes "I'm fine" at face value and moves on. A person with too high EQ spends the next 3 hours wondering what they did wrong. This leads to social anxiety. You start mind reading, assuming you know exactly what people are thinking about you. This over-analysis creates a loop of stress. You aren't just living your life, you are constantly curating it based on the micro-signals you think you're receiving from everyone else. It's exhausting, and it often leads to social withdrawal. So does this mean EQ is bad? Not at all. It means EQ without boundaries is self-destruction. The goal isn't to care less, it's to care more selectively. Psychology calls this boundaried empathy. It's the ability to recognize someone else's storm without letting yourself get wet. If you found yourself nodding along to these points, it's time to stop being an emotional sponge and start being an emotional mirror. Reflect what's there, but don't soak it up. If you want to learn how to build those boundaries, make sure to check out our next video on the psychology of saying no, coming soon. Don't forget to subscribe.